Hi everyone, it's Lynn. So we're gonna do the next drawing for our crayon color challenge. Last week we did Purple Mountain's Majesty, which I thought was really fun. I'm filming in here because we were gonna color it so you guys could pick out the fabric and like play along with me. So, and you can see what you like. I was gonna tell you other stuff I'm doing, but honestly I'm taping some of this stuff ahead, so I will tell you what I bought. So y'all know, and again, this is not sponsored, nothing. I'm in a Renaissance Ribbons bag club. So it just came in this week, and I thought I would open it up and show you what I got. So when you're in the bag club, they send you, of course you pay for it, but they send you soft and stable for the bag, and then they send you the instructions. What's nice about it is, because I do think that bag clubs are helpful because they provide all the hardware. And sometimes going and finding some of that hardware with the zippers and the webbing and all that kind of stuff is a little annoying. But look at this heavyweight nylon webbing, so that's going to be cute. And this is one of Tula Pink's new webbing that goes, of course it is a Tula Pink bag. So no surprise there. So it's her line work. So this is the zebra from the line works, and then that's one of her prints. Oh, I didn't realize the panda was in it. Now I'm even more excited. The panda's in it. That makes me so excited. So apparently what they do is they send you the instructions on the bag, and this bag is an Easy Does It bag. And last month's was different, and I haven't, this is by Annie. So, but it's an Easy Does It bag, and they've got it on here where you can modify and make it a purse. So the zipper goes across, and then you put the webbing on it, and then it'll make it a purse. But what's nice about it is they say follow the pattern, so they always send you the pattern, and then they'll say here's what we did to add the ribbon Renaissance kind of stuff to it, so kind of to make it your own type of deal. So anyway, that's what I bought. I haven't made the other one yet, but now I have all the stuff to make this one as well, and I need to get on that because I'm carrying around a tote bag as my, and they send you a little piece of candy. All right, then you're awesome. You get candy and stuff. So anyway, that's what I bought. I'll try to figure out how to put it all back in that bag. Set that over here. But I always like buying those things because then I don't have to worry about the finding all the hardware. I just, because used to where I go find hardware was, and I'm sure you can get this all online, but I used to go find hardware on a store that's not even open yet, Hancock's. Not of Paducah, the Hancock's. Used to have more hardware, and now it's just a little bit more difficult to find. Joann's has some, but, you know, every once in a while they're not out of the, you know, you need a 2.5 inch, and all they have is a 1/2 inch, and it's just frustrating sometimes. Okay, so, da-da-da. Let's do our crayon color challenge. So last week was Purple Mountain Majesty. I have no idea. Of course, you guys know I don't look. I promise I don't look. So, oops. Did I get the same one? Oh, this one. You know, there are a lot of browns in here. This is called Tumbleweed. Oh, that's a very creamy. I think this even looks like a flesh color. But definitely a gold brown, light tan. And it's called Tumble, and you guys know I can't spell, weed. And we are even on week 15. Oh my gosh, really? Week 15. Interesting. Well, we'll have to look at that. I do like this color. That's a really interesting color. Did I have the camera on the wrong thing and you didn't see me color it at all? There you go. Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed is what they're calling it. So it's kind of a taupey gold brown, because I think there's a gold undertone in it. I don't know, maybe it's gray. Oh, we'll have to look at that. I'll have to find some of that. May have to go purchase some of that. This is going to go with a lot of stuff, though, I think. Were you fascinated last week about how purple went with so much stuff? I mean, I knew it would, but I think as I started laying stuff down and looking at it, it definitely made me go, oh my goodness, that's, but isn't that that's a pretty color. It's very soft. I think that one cafe that I keep bringing up is going to definitely go with this for sure. But we'll look at this. What does it remind me of? It reminds me of, a flesh color, which the name's wrong for that, but, you know, definitely a flesh tone. So I think this is a color that you could definitely use in some portrait type quilts. It does remind me of a tumbleweed. You know, I guess in my mind's eye, it reminds me of a tumbleweed. I don't live in the part of the country that tumbleweeds exist, or that I've seen. So I'm trying to think if I've seen, I mean, I've been out west, but I don't know that have I seen a real live tumbleweed? I mean, they're in movies and stuff, but it's not something that it's not a part of my everyday natural kind of environment that I live in. So, tumbleweed. It is pretty. I think it's going to go with a lot of stuff just because it's going to be a real big background color. Now, I will say, I think these kind of browns are coming into style. I think we're going to see more of these in our colors. In fact, you know, I was looking at some art gallery fabric the other day, and it definitely has this kind of undertone to it. Oh, it reminds me of have you seen those rainbows that are kind of muted mauve and this color and cream kind of rainbows? Those are really kind of interesting, and it looks like this. It reminds me, there's a huge macrame trend right now. It's reminding me of the ropes and the macrame kind of trend that I think I'm seeing all over Pinterest and Facebook, and, you know, people showing how to do different macrame backgrounds and stuff like that. It reminds me of some of that rope. I remember learning how to do macrame when I was like in grade school, because my mom, it was big in the 70s, and my mom was learning how to do macrame, and I remember my aunt coming over and teaching us how to do macrame, and there were these big beads that they would put in it, and she would hang plants in it. I personally don't have any of those. She's passed, and I don't have any of her macrame, but I do remember the one that she had that had these, I mean, they were huge beads that she put in it. And I remember doing the different knots, you know, and tying. It's like braiding, you know, it's kind of like the whole braiding thing. But this reminds me of some of the colors, because you could get different macrame ropes. And I've seen people do that like it's very trendy right now. I've seen people do the macrame earrings and like wall hangings with different knots and stuff. And I think, oh, I mean, it's very cool. So that's what it reminds me of. So, guess we'll have to think about this a little bit. As I always say, we'll have to think about it and see what it will bring us. Now, is it going to be different than what are the other colors we've done that I think is close to it? Brown maybe, and that peach color. Yeah, the brown and the peach. Do you see why let's see why I think it, because I think peach is kind of a flesh tone as well. You know, depending on who you are. But I do think it is a pretty, pretty color. Wow. I have, my walls in my house are painted a little bit more golden than this, but very much similar to this. All my walls in my house are painted. I think they were called bungalow tan, but that's been years ago. Well, not all of them. I painted some rooms since then. So, anyway. All right. Well, that's what I can tell you so far. So, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't joined us already for the Quote Live 101, join us. It's really fun. And we will talk to you later. Have a good day.